Be unstoppable. I want you to know something in advance. If you're somebody who wants to go and accomplish your dream and you have a vision in your mind and you want to go make it reality, I want to tell you something. I want to get something clear with you before you even go out on your journey. And if you're already on your way, you might already know this. Life is gonna come up in your face and slap you. It's gonna smack you and push you down, and no matter how well you've been doing it, no matter how much momentum you've built up, no matter how much focus you've had, the distractions are gonna come up, the slap across your face is gonna come up, the push is coming up, the hit in the face is coming up, and every time you take a step forward, you take a step closer to a failure and a defeat. However, the defeat is not temporary. No, rather the defeat is not forever. The defeat is temporary. The defeat does not last forever. The defeat is just there for now. The defeat is there to test you, to check up if you're really the kind of person that deserves the high level result that you're going for. It's life checking in on you and saying, are you really ready to have that success that you want? Are you really ready to achieve those results that you've set for yourself as goals, as a purpose, as a vision, as a life that you want to live? And the question is, are you ready? And if you are ready, then something extraordinary is about to rise up from you. One of those situations, you're not going to lay down for long. You're not going to be staying in that position and allowing yourself to get pushed around. If you're the kind of person who allows yourself to be pushed around, your greatness is temporary. Your greatness is temporary. But if you're the type of person who gets up and fights harder at something extraordinary and something with more passion, more motivation than ever before starts to rise, the moment that you're pushed down, the moment that it gets challenging, and the moment that you feel like you're suffocating and it's getting really tough to even breathe, and definitely moving towards your goals just seems unrealistic at that point. Now, that's the time. That's the time. That's the time where you learn about who you really are. That's the time where you realize, am I the kind of person who's really willing to give it everything? Because most people, 99% give up at that point. 99% give up at that point. And if you want to be one of those people that makes it, you gotta be top number one. That's it. That's it. And there's not gonna be a lot of those. But if that resonates with you and you feel like you're one of those, then that's the time for you to stand up and really push harder than ever before, because you learned something about yourself at this point. You learned something that you never knew before. You learned that you have something more than what you ever imagined before, and maybe you've even been performing on a high level so far. Maybe you've been doing great. Maybe you've got some amazing results. Maybe you're in awe of yourself and you're like, wow, I really made it. And then you plateau and then it gets harder and all of a sudden you get smacked in the face. And then you get up and you push even harder. And all of a sudden, you know, you've been doing so great, but in comparison to that greatness, what you're doing now is just so extraordinary. You're even higher than you've ever been before. That's the type of person who really does make it to the top. And if you want to be unstoppable, that's the kind of person you have to become. There's no other way around it. If you really have that passion and drive and purpose, you will get up. You will get up and you will be unstoppable, and you'll keep going and you'll keep fighting and you'll keep pushing. And look, no matter what comes up, no matter how hard it gets, and no matter how challenging it is, you're the type of person, you're that 1%. You're the guy, you're the girl who gets up and keeps going. And if that resonates with you, do not put all the honor or the reward on me, because it's not me, it's you. If that makes sense to you, if you feel that and that hits you on an emotional level, it's because you have something within you that wants to come out and burn brightly. It's not that I'm coming out and burning brightly, it's that you want out. You want out, and you've got something extraordinary in you. You've got something that's beyond your mind's limits and all the conditioning that you've gone through from your parents, from society, from your friends, from whoever you've been around, from whoever you spent your time around previously who did not believe in you, who did not think you could make it, and who still maybe doesn't think that you can make it, and you can prove them wrong, but you don't even have to. Because look, when you start to operate on this kind of frequency, when you start to see life like this, when you start to ignite that because you've got a passion, you've got something that burns inside you and it wants out, and it's strong, and it's more than you can imagine. If you can let that come to life, if you can let that operate through you, and not always look at yourself like this static person, because you're not, you're a dynamic human being. You've got so much range, you've got so much capability, but you have to tap into it.